Hello guys, it's Paula here to do some collaging for the Traveler's Notebook. Now, the Traveler's Notebook for fall, is ready, real close to being ready. So this is how it looks. Turn it sideways so you can get a full look at it. And then has this beautiful image on the front. It says Cozy Home. Has some burlap, white creamy burlap on the background. And it's Prima paper. And it's a Prima fall paper. So couldn't resist using that. I mean, I'm not completely done, obviously. All these tabs have something that need to be done. But I need to get this made for this book. So I thought you guys could do it along with me. So what I did is I just took a big book page and I glued it together and made like a little book. But I decided I wanted it to fold out ×4. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it right here, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, so I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit while we get the glue book over here and get my glue open. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I'm trying. So we've got, what we're going to do here, instead of just washi taping it, I think I want to put some muslin on, just to give it a different look. You know, like this. And so I'm going to turn it on its tummy. I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to turn it on its tummy. And we're going to do it just like we would a book. Only this is just slightly shorter, and that's okay. But I'm going to put the height, or the little space here like that. And then we're going to put it down. Now, I am going to put some glue stick. And later on, when it dries, I will stitch the muslin. I just don't want a glue that's going to show through. You know what I mean? So, I'm holding it here in place, hoping that it doesn't dry before I get a chance to get it together. Now, yeah, it's not cooperating with me. I don't want it to dry. So, I'm gonna re-wet it. Just barely need a little crack there because it's not like it's going to be a full-blown book, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna take it on here. I'm trying to hold this side down here with my arm and keeping this side down here with my other hand. So wherever it ends up is where it's going to end up this time. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's slightly shorter than the one next to it as far as, you know, see, we're going to have this cute little, yeah. And then we'll stitch it down once all the ink, all the glue dries everywhere. And I'll stitch around the book as well. Probably just do zigzag or straight stitch. And yeah, so we have that to hold that down. Now we're going to do this side right here, because I figure, hey, we'll just go on and do the same thing, excuse me, on both sides, and we'll do it just like the other one. Now, this is not these aren't matchy-matchy books, so they're not the same height, like I said, and that's okay. We're not going for anything spectacular. Okay, so I'm going to put it about like that, and however it ends up is how it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. Come on, cooperate, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It looks like we're going to get it right here. Yay! That was lots easier than the last one, huh? Okay. I guess what they say, practice makes perfect. Well, sometimes. Okay, so we're going to have it like this. So I think we'll go ahead and trim these off. I'm not crazy about them sticking out. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes it bugs me when they're hanging over too far. Just kind of takes from the beauty of the book. And people who don't know that hanging it over like that's cool, you know, might not like it. I don't think. If I didn't know some people love it like that, I would never like it. So we're going to start collaging this, and as soon as I get everything down like I want it to give me the look it's going to have, and then I can get ready. Okay, so let's start on the inside, or actually, let's start on the outside. I think I want to do the outside mostly with music sheet. Now, I say mostly, I don't really have that much of this music sheet anymore. So this is about it. So we'll use what we can. I don't think I've got any more. I should have dug to see. I kind of like to do, oh, here's a page. I just found another page. We'll take what page we can get, right? There's one. We should be able to get it covered in that. Okay. And if not, we'll dig again and see what we can come up with. This poor little book is it's so worn out. Okay. So I'm still going to tear this because I want it to have that, I'm going to leave that because that's a natural tear there, but I want to tear some of the blank space off. I'm just not, you know, into the blank space any more than necessary. So we're just going to lay that to the side, and we're just going to start putting it down, and have to be very careful doing your ink or your glue on this old paper because it's fragile. And I think what's weird is I don't think it's super over the top old. I mean, it's like, it's in the 1900s. But it just was surprising to me that it wasn't older than that because of how yellow it is. But I have looked at plenty books over time that have looked much older than they are. So I don't ever, it doesn't really, the age, I mean the timing doesn't really matter to me. The main thing is that I want it to look good. Okay, so let's go. I think I'm going to put, I don't want them to be all the same. Excuse me. I'm just going to put several places on here with the glue. And the music sheet, I want it to just kind of be patchy. And then we'll add some other stuff to it also. If we can have some more of this music sheet to be on the other side, that would be great too. Which the inside will pretty much be your journaling spot. And we'll use the other part for I don't want to cross over that. I just realized that was there. So I'm going to put it right here. And I'm trying to get it as straight as I can. It doesn't have to be, you know, just do what you can do. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this with this side over here. I don't want it to be even. Try one more right here in the middle, and then we'll kind of work on the side. I hope you guys are having a great day. a great Wednesday, as I said earlier. I just have been up since the crack of dawn, I feel like. Do you guys ever just think, oh man, why can't I sleep? I don't know if you guys are like me or not, but I have so much trouble sleeping. I dread it when I have my surgery because, you know, I might actually get my rest caught up because of the pain medication. I definitely will be having pain medication. Okay, so I'm going to put this little piece right there. The problem is what pain medication? I'm allergic to almost every single thing out there. If I'm not allergic to it, it doesn't help me. It's either too weak or just, you know, especially for big surgeries like this. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So the doctor is going to work on something, try to find something better than Tylenol 4, which is what I took last time. And I just don't know that it will be as strong as it needs to be. I think that's a little crooked, isn't it? Oh well. What can I say? We'll figure it out. Now, we can go back and add a little of this and a little of that. Let's tear this side down here. I hope you guys have been collaging still. Still my favorite thing to do. And then decorating over it. I just think it's so much fun. I want to put some over here. Well, let's trim this. This part's wanting to stick to the table. We'll just trim it off. And then we'll go back and add some more where we need it. This is still sticky. I wonder if there's a spot this long thing can go on. Let's see. How about right here? Does not have to be the same direction as other things. I probably need to add yeah, that needs a little bit of glue right there. That worked out perfect. Had that little skinny piece. Okay, now we're going to work on this side. Back over here. Okay. Left or right? Left or right? Let's do it this side. We're going to tear some of it off, obviously. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with it here, and that's just hard to do. It's hard for me to make a decision. Okay. So a friend of mine and I have been making this really cool photo album. We just get together like once a week, and we'd get together every day if we could. But anyway, we have been working on this really cool photo. It's a folio is what it is. And we're using Tim Holtz, and it's taken a full paper pad to do it. And awesome. Just awesome. Now, I'm going to add this right in here because we have this strip that is sticking out. And I think I'm going to turn it upside down. Don't freak. I'm turning it upside down. I just don't want any of that to show. So I think I've got all the small little sections done. We just have this one right here to do. And so we'll just do it right now and get it over with. How's that? And I don't care if it's upside down, or I kind of like having the different directions sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Depends on what I'm doing. Now I'm just doing something, just a collaging a book and making a book. I just want it to be random. I like to do it like this. Okay. Let's see. We want to cover all the text. Oh, and I did put it upright. Wasn't paying attention, guys. Didn't know I was going to do that. Now, I'm going to trim this other section over here. Now, it's kind of ziggity, and I'm going to do it that way as well. I want to keep that tear look on the edge of the paper. So I'll just stick with it. Try not to get any of the white. So I did put the little golden book is on Etsy. I don't know if the other one will probably go on Etsy tonight. Just so you guys know. When this book is finished, I'm going to start Christmas. I've already got some stuff lined out that I want to make. I'll probably do a little golden book also, but I'm going to also do some traveler's notebooks for the ones that don't want to have a book that's a mile long or a mile like an alligator. That's what I'm trying to say. Huge. I don't want to have, I don't want it to be so big that you can't use your book afterwards. Mine ended up so big last year that it just fans out. I can't even get it closed. So I just kind of set it up on the shelf and let it do its thing. And I like that. I like how it turned out. But I don't want them all to be that way. I'd like to be able to thumb through them. And when you get them that big, it's really hard to thumb through them. When we get started, I'll show you when we start doing the December dailies. If you decide to do them with me, you will see what I'm talking about. I'll show you the one from last year, and you can decide, do I want mine that big, or do I want just to go a smaller way? Because it was pretty big. Pretty big. All right, so we have most everything covered here. And that side is done as well. Okay, now we're going to go over here and do this side. And I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just slapping it all down. Okay, let's just put it, let's put it up here. I want to put it over here since it's got a straight edge. Maybe we can see our little page better. Okay, thought since we're going long ways here, we could, I don't want it to be, I'm trying to piece it on here so it still has that collage look, because I don't want it to look like one solid piece, you know. Takes away from the collaging portion of it. Let's go up here and line this up in this corner. Ooh, I did it wrong. I'm such a goofball. I had the glue upside down. I mean, crazy woman. That's me. All right, so we have this little piece and this piece. And I'm thinking, what are we going to put there? Let's do a little bit right here. See if that's long enough. Yeah. We're going to have a tiny bit left over. Maybe. We'll use it on the other side. That way we can kind of make it more cohesive. Now, normally I don't do the same, kind of paper over and over like this, but I just love this paper, and I thought I just want to do a whole page of it. Now, This is not torn, so I've got to tear it, which now allows us to have some spaces, which we really don't want, but we're going to have them. So I'm going to just tear off some little small pieces like this and put it right there. Then put some right here. And then we have this long strip. And we will get something down there. Let's see. Let's tear off of this. I'm going to do it like that. That way I know it's going to cover that area. And we can just lay this portion down here. There we go. Oh, we got some white there, but we'll ink that. We don't have to cover every section. We can ink it if we need to. Okay, my paper is sliding all over my glass. Didn't leave my glass out here because it's got such a glare. So this is how the outside of our book's going to be. Now, you know, this is going to be stitched. We'll stitch it and it will look much better once we stitch it. Of course, we have to wait on this to dry. Trimming that off. What is that right there? Oh, that needs to be trimmed off too. Well, hello. I didn't realize that. Let me do it like this. Okay, I hope you guys are seeing okay. I haven't even checked. Terrible, terrible little host I am. I should have checked it. I'll check it in a second. Make sure we've been seeing what's going on. Okay, now, on this side, we will, let me get all this glue off of here for now. It gets on your scissors, but I just wipe them off when I'm done and I'm good with it. Those poor scissors have been through everything you can imagine. So yeah, you can see what I'm doing. So now, here is this portion, which it all is going to bend. Now, I didn't think about this, but I do need to put some of the muslin right here. But I'm going to wait until we're completely done, because it's going to crack your paper, see? I should have separated that piece of paper and did it in 4 sections. If you do it in 4 sections, you're going to have a better chance of it looking like you want, because it's going to crack in the middle. And we'll just put, we'll put muslin on both sides in all 3 spots if we need to. Okay, so I want to put in here, I'm not going to go all the way down because I want to make it the journaling side. But I want to use some of this too. So let's just go ahead and use this up. And then we'll put some definite journal paper on here. Some tea stained and some lined paper and just, you know, whatever we come up with. So I'm going to put it right here. Now remember, when you're laying this down, I just realized it. If we do cover it with muslin on the inside, which I think we will, you don't have to put it over as far. Okay, let's see. Let's put some, and remember, we're going to have pockets along the bottom, so we don't have to really be too concerned. We don't have to cover that part. But we have to cover the pockets, so, you know, one or the other. Okay, and I think I'm going to put this one over here, sideways. And then I'm going to reach down in my bucket and see if I could just find one more page. And I can randomly, I know what happened is it used to be at the top. I'm going to set this right here. It used to be at the top of my box, and somehow some of it worked its way to the top and ended up on the bottom. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find it without spending time digging. So let's just not worry about it. We got other cool papers. And we got to put 3 here, so that's good, right? Okay, so I've got some of this paper too, so we can kind of add it over here. Let's just add this piece over on the side. That way we kind of have that same tone. And it is something that can be written on. This is old photo paper. Very old. Very old photo paper. So we're going to put it right here on the edge. And I'm not going to worry about any straight edges because that'll be under the pocket. Okay, now let's put some kind of blank pages that can be journaled on. Because I think that will look good. Here, let's do this. I like this grid. If I can get it to tear. I'm going to tear the whole thing, and then I can worry about where it goes afterwards. Let's see if I have any more. I have a stripe one. And yeah, it's striped on both sides. My tearing is not beautiful today. It doesn't like me very much as I'm tearing it. It's like, let's go this way. And I'm like, no, let's go this way. So basically it's going all different directions. Okay, so I'm thinking we want it to kind of be straight across because that will help. And I'm going to do this over here. Straight across. And we can do some over here. Just put a variety of different kinds of stuff. Okay, and we'll cover these edges so we don't have to worry about those. Okay, I think I'm going to put this up here instead. I like it up there. I thought about that. And down here, put this one on. Ooh, which side do we like? Do we like that side or this side? We've got a lot of the other, so let's do this side. Okay, getting close to sticking on this thing if I'm not careful. I think I'm going to bring this one down further, about like this. I think I'll tear this little, or cut this little section off right there. That way it won't show as badly under the muslin later. All right. We'll make it look trashy, won't we? That sounds weird. We'll make it look trashy. We're happy to do that. Come off of there. Yeah, I ruined that one, I think. It's because I get lazy and I don't want to change out the paper. So we'll just kind of stick it down here where it will stick out of the pocket. See if we can get that off. We'll wait till it dries a little bit. And Paula won't do that again. Let's get this paper off of here. I like to fold it and kind of use both sides if I can. Okay, so now we have some, let's use some of this vintage high school dictionary page. Now, I don't especially want to put anything in it that's orange. You know, it doesn't look too vintagey when it looks super orange. So I'm going to do this side first. All of my dictionaries, even though they're very old, they're not super yellow, which I think is kind of weird. You would think they would be, but they're not. This one I think is back from the 40s or 50s. Probably more like the 50s. Okay. And let's see. Let's do that right there. Trying to get this to not look so straight on that one edge. I forgot to tear. That's all right. Okay, now let's put this big piece right here. Or do we want it right here? I think I want it right there. But I'm going to stop it about here so we don't have to. I'm telling you. That little glue stick I think is getting real close to being low. But I haven't collaged that much lately, so that's good. Okay. Whoops, crooked. Very crooked. I don't want it very crooked. It can be a little crooked. Kind of like it to have a little bit of straight in it. Okay. Now, we'll find a spot for this. I'm so glad to be back doing my making journals and doing projects with you guys. I really missed it when I was at my worst, and right now I've got the injection in me, and I'm trying to take advantage and get some Christmas books done after this and get this done. I don't know why that looks like that. Oh, I know why it looks like that. I cut that off like a crazy woman. We may have to redo that one. See, somehow I cut that off, and that's all right. I'll fix it. I will fix it if I need to. I need to be more like Rachel and just leave it there and worry about it later. That kind of thing, you know. Okay, and I have this little piece of paper that I don't even know where it came from, but I just thought it looked cute, and it was already torn, and I'm like, that's perfect. We'll stick it somewhere. Okay, maybe we'll do it like this here. Now I need to add more journaling space. No more print. We need to move straight into the journaling space and not do the other. Okay, so I'm going to tear this. It's sticking to my fingers, so that might take a few extra minutes. So I'm making a couple tags for this book. The next video after this one will be me flipping through the book, because it's real close to being done. And the reason that I'll put this right there. The reason I didn't show a lot of that book was I was really trying to get these done. So whoever might want one can have one. Now, and the same with the Christmas. I'm going to try to get at least 2 Christmas done before my surgery. 1 little golden and maybe 1 or 2 little traveler's notebooks. Because I've had a couple people mention wanting some traveler's notebooks for Christmas instead of the big one. And I will make sure it has, you know, the 25 pages. So you can use it for each day. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see. Let's put this one over here. Oh, has lines on one side. I don't remember when that happened, but that's all right. So there we have that to journal on. And let's see. Let's use this side. Let's see, let's put it right here. Kind of like the way that looks. Up against that one, it gives a big space. And then right here, we will do a big space of something that can be journaled on. I'm going to look through my little stack here. Find something that has color, but very little color, and it allows for journaling. I have decided not to put... Here, I like this. Let's put this somewhere. I have decided not to put any fall colors on here. I will decorate the front and we'll see where we go from there. I think I just lost my... I just lost my... the little top to my glue. Let me see if I can get a little bit more out just to finish this one little page. See what happens. We'll see. Okay, and I'm thinking, how about we put this right in here? Okay. Let me get a new container of glue. Got it right here next to me. I can get it out of the drawer that has everything else in the world in it. Kind of a drawer I keep my glues and stuff like that in so I can get to them quickly should I need to. You can usually tell when you're getting low because this starts getting lighter. That's been what I've noticed anyway. I'm gonna tear this. And it's something that can actually be journaled on. So let's do that. There's some blank spaces. Okay. Here we go. And yeah. And then we've got that top done. We just need to do a little more right here at the bottom of that one. This one looks like it's pretty much done. It's got some good journaling space. This one is very little journaling space, so I'm going to have to add some stuff in here to make it like it needs to be. So let's just add this. I hate covering up some of my music sheet, but I think we've got plenty on the other side. And on the other side, I'm going to add some journaling spots too. I just wanted to cover it, and I really want it to be where they can journal on it. So we're going to do right here instead. Nope, that's too low. So we'll do right here. Nope, can't do it like that because we've got that to deal with. Let's do this. Okay, now I think this one side, it'll be covered up by the muslin, so we don't have to worry about that sticking over onto the other side. And then we'll do over here a little bit. Let's see what we've got over here. Here's a little bit of the color that's in the book. I must have had some left over. I might do a small piece. I tell you, you guys hate the glue as much as I do. It can just touch something and that thing falls over. So I dislike it because of that. But I guess I don't hate it. Okay, so now that really doesn't look like what I want it to look like, so I'm taking it off. I don't like that. I think I'm going to put a bigger piece of journaling. And I've got some down here, and some of them are kind of, I want that one. They look straight, but they've been torn with a ruler, but I'm still going to kind of tear it a little bit. This is a piece of scrap from Tracy Fox's journaling papers. One more piece right here, and hopefully we won't have much more to do before we can start decorating. I love the way this glue just decides to come off onto your paper in the beginning when it's so full. It's like, I don't know if it's the temperature in the room. I'm not sure. So let's do this up against over here. Okay. And I have a strip right here I need to do, and I think we have really gotten close to where we need to be as far as, oh, I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'll use that. And then I'll get a clean sheet of paper too. All right. I think I do it like this. Yeah. All right, now we're going to get our pockets out and see what they're going to look like. And if we got them cut the right sizes, whatever we get them cut is going to be fine with me. So I'm going to put this one right here. And this one right here. I had kind of measured those and wanted them to be the right. So it's not going to matter a lot on that inside because we're going to cover that with some muslin. Okay, those two go there. And this one goes here. Where's the other one? I know there was another one. Here it is. And it goes right here. Now, these are pockets. And instead of putting them down with the glue stick, I'm going to smash that out. I'm going to put them down with some glitter glue so that they stay down better. And then at some point, we can go back and stitch them. Okay? Okay. We have to get all this to dry before I can go back and stitch anything. My machine is too new to take chances. You know what I mean? I've already had it in the shop once, and I'm sure it has to do with the whole, you know, paper dust. It was full of paper dust. And it just kind of stopped doing anything. I cleaned it out, but it didn't seem to help when I cleaned it out. So I guess they have some way of doing it at these places. So I'm going to put this right in the center of that section. Now, these aren't going to be big pockets. You're not going to have big pockets, but they'll look cute, right? That matters a lot. I like glitter glue. I just don't like that it's water-based. But it doesn't take much time for it to actually hook onto the page because it's pretty strong. But on things like this is how I usually use it. I don't use it on anything that's critical to keep your book together. I don't think that's super wise. I like to know that when it leaves my house, it leaves in good condition and that it will stay together. And I'm sure you guys are glad that that happens. Now on this one out here, I'm trying to put it even so, you know, we don't have to worry about the muslin on that part. And then over here, I'll do the same thing. Let's see. Which side do I want? Yeah, these would be tiny and they won't hold a whole lot. So I'm going to put that to the edge, just like that. Awesome. Look at that. Yeehaw. Okay, so see, they're going to close like this. And then like, it'll close like this. We're going to have to cover that with muslin and the inside as well. So, and that's not a big deal. Okay. All right, so let me find my pen to put back in this thing. Now we got to decorate these pockets. And I'm thinking, these aren't going to be journaling pockets. But we could put some lines on some of them because this is the journaling side, right? So I like this little paper here. I think I'm going to put it on one of these. No, because you really couldn't write over that if you wanted to. I'm thinking out loud here, see, as I go along. Now, I had this little bird. Nope, he would be all alone. Okay, I know what I'm going to use because I love this. This is that typewriter font. And I like that it looks like an old typewriter. And it's got white down here, so we can, let's put it right here. And then we can kind of, I'm just going to cut this edge straight. So this fits at the top, like that. Yeah, perfect. I think I'm going to put that old typewriter paper across the bottom. And then we can decorate the bottom if we decide to. I am not inking anything but the outside edges of this. I know a lot of people like to ink, and that's cool. I just think it'll look not as dark for the fall, you know. And let's see what we got here. That one's not going to be made the right way. So let's do this one. Cut this kind of straight here on the top again. So it, at least, it'll be easier to cut it before I put it on. So that we can make it look like a pocket. Okay. Okay. Cool type of, I love the way that looks. And let's see, this could stay, but instead I'm going to do it like this because it'll make it stronger, plus it'll look better. It'll look like the others a little bit. I am leaving space. If there's space on the paper, I'm leaving space on the little book we're making. Just like this. And that way, everybody's happy. Especially me. Okay, I'm going to cut the top of this straight. Also, and then let's see how far down we got to go. I'm going to take a little bit off down here while we're at it. Lord be with Pat. Keep her safe. Help her with anxiety of any kind. Okay, so here is, let's see, a little bit right on this side. I'm going to turn it over. Okay, trimming this edge off so we have everything kind of flush, except where our muslin's going to go at that point. It's not very straight, is it? Okay, let's see. Here we got this section. We're going to cut it off. Has a bunch on it. And cut this side off here. I've been trying to make this little book forever. I've had it ready to make. I just had to shorten it, or shorten the width on it so it fit in my traveler's notebook. And anyway, there we go. I think we're pretty set. I'm going to trim this muslin because I don't like it sticking out. Make sure all the others are like they need to be. Now, okay, so I've got stuff everywhere. Let me get some of this trash off of here so we can work on this space. So I'm thinking what we'll do next is trying to decide. I think we want to go ahead and add the muslin. And it's going to cover part of this. I'm not going to make it as wide as I did the last batch. I'm not going to make it as wide as the last batch. Okay, I use that. You know, I have all different kinds of muslin in here. So I never know what I'm going to pull out and use. And hope that it's the right size. Okay. This probably isn't going to be long enough. Nope. That's how it goes. Don't get it long enough sometimes. How about this really thin? This is what I put on the front. But I'm going to make it not quite as wide as the other was. Okay. Let's see what happens. I like this particular muslin. I can't describe it. I think I got it at an estate sale, but so it's older. It almost feels a little silkier. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel... It's so thin, I think that's why, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, here we go. So we want to make sure we get this side covered and the center on the other side. And I'm just going to let it hang over until I know what I'm doing as far as that goes. So we're going to leave that one there. Okay. And then here, this one's not going to be long enough. See, I don't think. So let's get all the string off of here first. I love the fringed edges, but you do lose a lot of your fabric. Cracks me up. I'm like, really? Are you going to do that this time? Okay. This one's going to go right here. Okay. It goes there. And now let's see if this one's long enough. It's probably not either. Well, maybe. Let's just save it in case we need it. I've got one more of these. And let's see. I want to make sure that I get the center in the back. And I feel like these need to be redone, but that's just me talking. I think it'll look better if it's not, if the edges are not covered up. I should have waited, covered everything, and then put it together. I think that makes more sense. I think it'll look better when you do that. I hope I'm not talking too low. I'm sorry. I'm kind of hoarse today. I don't know what the deal is. Must be something in the air. Okay, here we go. See, that one just, I don't like the way it looks. Now, we will have to cut them wider if we cover that, because see, these are too narrow. Let's go ahead and add this one down and let it be drying, and then we'll do the other one. Normally, I wouldn't put it straight down on the paper, but we're going to stitch it anyway. And I think it's easier to put it on whenever your paper's already attached, you know. So let's see what it's going to look like. Now, naturally, it's going to have to be sewn. But yeah, that'll be fine. Now, let's go over here and put one down the center. Let's see. Put that down first. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this one down. I think the two strips aren't not the exact size, and that's okay too. Again, this is just for fun. Let's do these here on this side. Whoop, that just filled the pocket full of glue. Did you see that? Look at it. I'm telling you, I don't see other people have that much trouble with that. It may be the temperature in my room or the lights. Could be the lights. I hadn't thought about that. Could be the lights. There we go on that one. And then, you know, they look a sloppy mess until you get them all done. Till you get everything done on them, you know. But that's okay. And I'm going to cut a couple wider ones for those two on the front. Yeah, I like that. It looks better like this than it did with the crooked looking. You know how I am. I'm sorry. I can't be a crooked. I can't get into the crookedness. Now I'm looking for some wider. That might be wide enough. Let's see. Come on out of here and be good. This is thicker muslin that I'm pulling off of here now. Let's see. It's not really been torn on both sides, so it's not as frayed as the others. So let's just see what we can do about that. Get off of there. May not even be wide enough. Nope. So we're going to cut some off of a bigger piece that I surely have in here. Okay. We want to fray it. We want it to be frayed. So I'm gonna pull it off of here. See if I can get this little strip to tear. You know, sometimes little strips don't tear. If you've got a bigger strip, it will. That one's not going to tear. Okay, so I'll do it further over. I was trying to save fabric. Still may not. That's so aggravating. Do you guys ever have trouble with the smaller edges not tearing for you? I might cut it a little longer and see if it... if I can get a head start on it. That's what it is I couldn't get hold of it as well as I should have, I guess. It's crazy. Gonna have these little strings everywhere. Okay, so we want it to be wide enough. So we'll just might as well do it wide enough to start with, right? Okay, so got this side is frayed already. So let's do, okay. Yeah, this has to be wider. It's just, I've never done one of these before. This is the first one I've done. And it's, you know, you learn as you go. I've seen Rachel do a million things, you know, that you fold over and it always looks pretty simple. And it is. You just have to remember you want to put your muslin on afterwards is what I would recommend. So this one's going to go right here. I need to cut it off a little bit. It's too long. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one more time. Now, we are on muslin right now. So, got to be careful. Try to get it on there. On the widest sections first. And then cover it up. There you go. Much better. Our little spaces are getting smaller and smaller. Just FYI. But we can handle it. Let's see how wide we need it on this side. The widest portion is right here. My puller scissors are dull because I've got glue all over them right now. Okay. All right. We probably are getting real close to being done. I haven't even checked. If we go over, I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get this piece down before I look. And then we can see how it folds and everything. All right, so we're going to put our glue down here. And I'm putting it down pretty heavy right there because it's gluing to fabric. And the fabric is lucky to stay on the book, you know. So you have to kind of be brave. Okay, so there we go. And we are 1 hour and 3 minutes, you guys. So I'm going to stitch this, and this is mostly how it's going to look. Okay. I'm going to get everything stitched around the outside so we can have it fit. And you can see the narrow portion of it here is what I'm wanting to put in the journal, in the traveler's notebook. So that's why I made it narrow. And yeah. And so I'm thinking I'm going to show you what I'm going to put on the very front. I'm going to do maybe a doily. I'm not sure yet. But I've got this little deer. He's in the journal. He's on the front of the journal. And I just love him. So I think I'm going to just put him on the front here. I don't know that I'm using the doily necessarily, but I'm just kind of holding it here to see. And I may just put some kind of lace or something under it. Yeah, and see, these all look weird sticking out. So they're all going to get trimmed. I'm actually, you know, you're going to get a little bit of puckering here in your, this, where your folds are. That's normal. Yeah. It just happens. What can I say? You just can't control it. I have it happen on lots of other things. I have to just work around it and either cover it up or whatever. But I think I'm going to trim these real quick while we're on here. They're not going to have furry ends because I can't stand it when they look all junky. I don't want it to have that look. the Traveler's Notebook doesn't have that look, so that's why we're not going to do that. Okay. This one didn't cut as easily as I would have liked. My scissors are saying you're expecting me to do trim work when you left glue all over me. Oh, I'm sorry. I just hit the camera. So, guys, I want to say to you, thank you for joining me today. And I hope you enjoyed doing this. This is the base, and then you can decorate the however you want. Like, I'll probably put something on the pockets and something on the front. And then stitch around the outside of the whole book and down the spine. Now, I may do down the spine in a cream color instead of a brown, and do the outside as a brown. I don't know. We'll see. See, this is still not like I want it to be right there, but it's okay. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We need you on our team. Thank you, guys. Bye.